Wonderful angel friends. Here is Silver, and today I'm with you to talk about a very fascinating subject that is how to protect ourselves. So, first of all, why do we need protection? Because and actually, we may not feel or perceive that protection is necessary because we may live in a safe city, in a safe environment, and we're very fortunate if we are in these conditions. But when I talk about protection, I do not mean from violent attacks or gang violence or something horrible that may happen. I am talking about protection from non-harmonic energies or negative thoughts, disempowering beliefs, or cords that may have attached to our electromagnetic field, our aura, our space during the day, because we're always exchanging energy with other beings, with our human fellows, but also with other dimensions, and we don't know which kinds of energies we are actually picking up during the day. Actually, the more enlightened we are, and the more energy we may attract, because there are beings who need more energy, who may attach their cords to us to get some energy. These things may happen even on an unconscious level. We may not be aware of what is happening. We sometimes have feelings, because I think that everybody has experienced the feeling of extra heaviness or an extra burden on our shoulders, or anxiety, when we are in a place and we feel that our energy is going away, we are losing strength. And this is exactly what is happening. Probably in that place, there are energies that are trying to get some strength from us because they need it. I'm not talking necessarily about bad people or bad creatures. I'm talking about different levels of energy and different frequencies. And naturally, those who need higher frequencies and who do not understand or know how to attract these luminous energies from the universe, from the quantum field, they will try and get these energies from other beings, from human beings, or from beings from other dimensions, even from pets or animals. And so this is a normal thing that happens every single day. We are always exchanging energies with many things and many creatures around us. So why do we need protection? And being protected means that we are less exposed to these unwanted exchanges of energy, so that we may have more control of our inner space, of our aura, of our electromagnetic field, so that we can be stronger. We can actually feel better. So what I generally teach my students is a very simple technique. First of all, how to clean ourselves. Cleaning is also important. It's like having a shower. So why do we have to take a shower? Because having a shower is going to clean us and make us feel more comfortable. And having a light shower, a shower of light, of high frequency, it does exactly the same thing. So we feel better, we feel cleaner, and we need it because, as I said, we have everyday exchanges with everything else in the world. And some of these energies are heavy. And so we want to get them away. And some places are more polluted than others. It's like, living in a city full of traffic, and the skin becomes dirtier with respect to if you live in the country. And it's the same with energy. Sometimes we have to go to places that are not happy, or where people have heavy energies, or where people are negative, especially at this moment in history, where really mankind is exposed to a lot of challenges, the pandemic, and now the war, unfortunately. And so preoccupation about work or about finances, now energy supplies, especially in Europe. So these are energies that may weigh heavily on people. So even listening to the news is depressing. So we're actually bombarded every single day by images, news, and so we really need a lot of cleaning. So how do we do that? For me, the simplest technique is to do this cleaning process every evening before going to bed or in bed. We may sit or lie down comfortably and call upon an angel or a friend whom we trust. Of course, when I say calling, I'm not saying calling on the phone, but calling these people with our thoughts, with our loving thoughts, asking them to come to us into our space with their energy and their frequency. And we can ask this being to help us clean ourselves. I call upon Archangel Michael, for example, because I love the idea that he cuts all these bad energies or negative energies or non-harmonic energies or cords with his sword. And once I am clean, I call upon Archangel Raphael and Archangel Zachiel to bring these spent energies into the core of the earth in order to be purified and transformed and transmuted into high energies of abundance, prosperity, ease, grace, joy, and peace. And if I need a higher level of protection, or if I want to send my protective and loving thoughts to a place, in this case, for example, in the Ukraine, where there is a war, you can call upon the most powerful warriors in the universe. These are warriors of light. Or we call upon dragons. Dragons have a very, very strong energy. And we can actually send them to these places or to any situation to clear away the very, very heavy energies, as the ones, unfortunately, we find during wars or conflicts or, clashes where there is violence. And we can ask them to clear the space to make room for angels to come. So I do this in the evening. I like it very much because it gives me time to concentrate a bit on myself and on cleaning really and clearing my energy and clearing my aura so I can sleep better. And so for me, Archangel Michael is the angel of clearance and protection. But as a second step, after I asked angels or celestial warriors to clear out any negative thoughts or energies or disbeliefs or agreements or vows we may have entered in any dimension or in any other life, after my space is clear, I call upon angels, archangels, invisible helpers of high frequency and light I also call upon elementals, unicorns, serendipities, dragons to come to my space and fill my space with high frequency and vibration. So, in order to raise my vibration, so I can live better, I can feel better. And but once I have done this, and you can actually do this in 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It's very quick and a lot of fun because you can actually call upon whoever you like. Um, I have friends who are in contact with beings from other planets, interesting groups of celestials with very incredible names, and and if you call upon them, they come. And but then what I do, I create a grid of protection because I like the idea of being in a place, in a safe place, in a geometrical place that gives me strength and extra protection. Um, 90% of the times, I ask Archangel Michael or angels to create a pyramid of impenetrable light around me. So the image of the pyramid and the feeling of the pyramid is very strong to me. As you know, the pyramids have very peculiar geometrical structures that attract a lot of energy. And they have raised lots of questions, and there are many mysteries about pyramids. But pyramids, clearly, I mean, there have been a lot of scientific studies done on pyramids, and if you put, for example, a piece of meat under a pyramid, the rotting process is much slower. So there are energies that are working within the pyramid. So I like the idea of actually building a pyramid of light around me and around the situations I have to heal or around the people I want to protect, because you can do this for other people as well. And so the pyramid is one of my favorite geometrical shapes. But sometimes I ask Archangel Michael to create a cylinder of impenetrable light. Sometimes I ask for a dome. Sometimes I ask for a sphere of, of light. And it depends. It depends. So once I have created this, you know, container of protection, whatever it is. And I always imagine it to be large enough to contain myself and all the people I love, all the situations I want to protect. And it is full of light, maybe surrounded by angels. I love the ideas of having a pyramid surrounded by blue flame angels, the army of Archangel Michael, and also the violet flame angels, the army of Archangel Zachiel. Archangel Zachiel is the angel of the violet flame, which is a very, very powerful energy. The energy of transmutation, the energy of alchemy. I love Archangel Zachiel. And so once I have visualized this beautiful geometrical shape, that's not enough. I call upon Archangel Metatron, and I ask Archangel Metatron to create the perfect sacred geometry around the geometry I invoked for myself or for my loved ones, for the situations I have to deal with. But he will choose the right geometrical shape for each particular situation. And then I ask Archangel Metatron to surround, to coat this beautiful sacred geometry with powerful deflecting mirrors, so that this incredible structure will repel any negative energy, and only high frequencies and high vibrations can actually penetrate into this sacred geometry. So once I have created all these protective shields, I can go to sleep, or I can do this in the morning, to be protected. Actually, it is true because I generally do the clearing in the evening, but sometimes I also do the protection So I create protection for the night. If I feel that I am not particularly relaxed, that I really need protection, and otherwise I create all these sacred geometries during the at the beginning of the day when I do my morning meditations, so that I know that for the whole day I am fully protected, and I really feel much better. So this is a form of protection that I do for me and for my loved ones every single day, and I feel much more comfortable. Then I also use a special protective prayer when I am in the car. When I'm driving the car, I ask Archangel Michael to lead my way and to be in front of my car and the back of my car, on the right, on the left, above, and below. And I repeat this mantra 3 times. And at that point, I really feel I can drive safely to the place I have to be. I feel very comfortable, and also ask Archangel Michael to protect myself, the people in my car, but also all the other drivers, property on the road, and animals, especially because I really feel terrible when I see these little animals being run over by cars. So I always ask Archangel Michael to protect everything that there is on the road. So animals, other people, drivers, property, trees, whatever. And I feel very comfortable. And traffic in Rome is so bad, and people, drive very crazy way. So it's pretty dangerous to drive in Rome. If you think that during the COVID lockdown, we didn't have, fortunately, many casualties of COVID, especially during the first wave of the epidemic. But since people were locked down at home, we actually had a reduction in the mortality rate, because many people here die of car accidents because traffic is really mad and people really drive like crazy. And so the fact of feeling protected when I'm driving is really wonderful. And so you can actually use this visualization of protection for everything, for anything, for pets, for a special visit, for a special meeting. You can create a sphere of light around the meeting you're going to have, maybe with your boss, and it's going to turn out much better, because these energies are there for in order to help us. So this protective procedure is really helpful, and it doesn't take very long to do, and it's very creative. It's wonderful. It's like a fairy tale. We did have different characters, but the fact of, for example, for me, visualizing those incredible geometries is wonderful, because in fact in the universe there are many geometrical structures that are really divine, really divine. They attract a lot of energy, and they are beautiful, and they're powerful. And I think we know only few of them, because I believe that in the universe there are shapes that we have never seen. I'm pretty sure about it. And when I call upon Archangel Metatron, I feel that we know very little of the mathematical rules and the geometrical wonders that exist in the universe. We just don't know. I think our brain is not able to capture these things. I believe cats are very much aware of these geometrical structures, and I think that when they choose where to sleep, that they do so on the basis of this. They feel the harmonic energies in the place, because of probably of something there may be there, a grid, a node in the grid, of course, something we do not see, something we do not perceive, but they do, and many other animals do. And it's wonderful, because we actually live in a world which is full of wonders. And sometimes we are not aware of them. And in fact, another thing that I always ask in the morning is to be able to see beauty, to perceive good energies, good vibes, because they are everywhere. If you're stuck in the traffic and it's the worst situation possible, you may imagine, being in a wonderful forest or in nature or on a beach. We are not constrained. I mean, our energy can be anywhere. Even if our bodies are stuck in the car, we may not be there. So we may be there driving because we have to be careful. But part of us is somewhere else, which is wonderful. So we have a lot of powers. We have the ability to travel through time. We can be in the present. We can be in the future. We can be whoever we want to be. It's unlimited. So we have unlimited energy, and we can actually download a lot of energy from the universe. Uh, it will suffice just to sit and perceive the divine energy coming from above, from the core of the universe, and going down to the core of the earth, so that we are actually connected through a pillar of light. And so we are grounded, but we are also expansive. And this is really, really very powerful. So we can use these little tricks and creative, imaginative tricks to make our life much more beautiful. Because life is really wonderful. It has so many secrets, so many little mysteries that are there to be discovered, and that we can actually feel that it's wonderful. And another thing, another protective technique that I use is to be enveloped by the energy of older trees. Older trees release a lot of energies, very beneficial, very powerful, and they have a very, very strong protective effect. And whenever I'm very stressed or I'm upset, if I sit on the roots of my favorite tree in the garden, I go back immediately to peace in my heart and in my body. It's almost immediate, instant healing, because there is so much energy you can have from nature that it's amazing. That's why I think that we really need a lot of nature, a lot of green around us, even if we live in a city. Going to a park just for a walk is so beneficial. Even watching animals is very beneficial. Having pets is very beneficial. Cats are very beneficial. Dogs as well, but all animals are, especially the ones with whom we live every single day, especially the ones that have a very intimate relationship with us. I may talk about the wonders of cats for ages, because I've always been living with cats. So I have so many anecdotes to say about them. And they're very protective animals. We can have a lot of protection from cats. Cats seem to absorb all the unwanted energies for us. In fact, sleeping with my cat on my bed is, for me, an insurance against any negative energy. They are so powerful, and they seem to know much more than we do. They see things. I see my cat often looking at the ceiling very intensely, and I perceive that there are some creatures of light there. They don't like any negative energy. And I don't know whether you've noticed, but cats do not like strangers in general. They don't like people in their territory because they're territorial. But they get very anxious and very edgy when they see or when they perceive a negative energy. They are very, very sensitive, and they have the ability not to get caught in these energies. They leave. they leave, and they don't want to have anything to do with that. It's very interesting. I learned a lot by looking at my cats. It's really a wonderful world. And it's the same for other animals, horses, dogs. I don't have a great experience with dogs, but I'm sure that there are many ways in which dogs are absolutely connected, and they express another part of the beauty of nature and of communication, because also nonverbal communication is so important for us, because we believe that in order to communicate we have to speak. Sometimes we don't have to speak, because sometimes we have to feel or hear or listen or see. Some people actually see things. I'm not clairvoyant. I just happened, I saw things a couple of times, but I feel a lot and I seem to have inner knowledge. Um, and I don't know why, but it's wonderful. And but I also make tests about what I see or what I hear to see whether it's something coming from a higher source or something coming from my mind, my human mind. And I know the difference. Messages that come from higher dimensions are always messages that bring peace of heart and of mind. They never bring anxiety or fear. So if we feel uncomfortable or afraid, these are not energies that come from higher dimensions. These may be energies of our mind or energies that we may have picked up in the street. So it's not ours, and most of the time, these energies do not belong to us, or some thoughts do not belong to us. So we can actually discard them. And another very useful technique is to um, hand over all these energies to um, an angel, um, somebody we trust, or visualizing that we throw these preoccupations, these heavy burdens from a bridge into the water or into the fire. I do that when I feel overwhelmed. I imagine I have a backpack and I go onto one of those beautiful bridges in Rome. I open my backpack and I throw these heavy stones into the river one by one. And I actually um, name them. For example, we say, okay, situation X. Okay, bye bye. I throw you away. And situation Y. I don't want you. You're not mine. I don't want to deal with this. And I throw it away. And it works. It works. Even if it's only imagined, but it creates a kind of energy in the quantum field. And we can feel really relieved. So there are many, many things we can do. And it works. It really works. And it's a way to protect ourselves, to protect our peace of mind, and to live more happily ever after. And so, with this, I would like to say good night to you, because it's pretty late now. It's almost 11 p.m. and it's time to go to bed now and to get a good clearing from the energies of the day. And well, I just want to add something. After the clearing technique, I add also, I try to think about my day, because my intention every day is to do something beautiful, to do an act of service and an act of beauty, um, and so I try to remember if during the day I fulfilled my intention, and it is so that every day I am more aware of what I do, and I have to say that 100% of times I fulfill the intention of doing something beautiful, to make something, to make the world a little bit more beautiful than it is, because I have a garden. I may pick up flowers and create beautiful flower pots, or I may decorate something. And um, so I'm pretty good at that. I'm not so good at acts of service. I have to sometimes, when I meditate upon my day, sometimes I didn't do that. And but it's good to be aware of that. So maybe the day after, I may do something more for somebody. Even a smile will do for some people. So it's okay. And it's a way of being aware of who we are and what we do during the day. So good night, and from Rome, bye. Ciao to all of you.